Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train with you for another episode of SimAirport in early access. We are going to, knock on wood, wrap up our at least initial tutorial series with this episode. All right, so I've got about another 19 minutes to explain to you any and everything that I want to help get you started in playing SimAirport and hopefully set you up for success. After this, I'm planning on moving on to a Let's Play series and maybe even looking at some other games. So hopefully you'll stick around, like what you see, share the channel with your friends, and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. So, where are we? We are on our somewhat now expanded, modified, upgraded career airport. Okay? We started with the base one in the game, and we made some changes to it. Now we've made significant changes as of the last episode. We still only have one gate. We're looking at, we're going to change that this episode. We're going to add a second gate. You see a lot of the use of the planning tools in various places. What I've done is when I did the expansion, actually the security swap, I moved security from down here to up here and doubled the size of it from 2 lines to 4. I've projected for an additional 2 lines. So that's what you see here. The magenta lines represent walls. The blue, the cyan color, represent 2 more of these lines with the ID check stand, bag scanner, and metal detectors. And then we've got a wall here, just like this here, where we've got 2 ticketing desks. We'll have 2 more. Pardon the background noise. You may hear construction sounds in the background. We don't currently have any construction going on. I think this is a minor bug. I just reported it to the devs. So if you hear that and it's kind of annoying, I apologize. All right, so planning-wise, what are we doing? We got some money. Actually, I've gone ahead and purchased what we're going to install in this episode. One thing I did was there's a few things I did off camera. I moved this baggage carousel, just basically 1 over, 1 down or so, just to get it into this box. I purchased a second bag carousel, bag 1, bag 2, you see that there. So we're projecting for expansion and baggage. We've already allocated for expansion and security. We haven't really done a whole lot with ticketing except rearrange it. But we do have planning in place for it. And as far as adding an additional, let's see here. If we want to add an additional ticketing desk, that would go right here. And then we have the space to add that into our hub. So we'll have baggage service from that additional ticket desk. Beyond that, we'll have to look to add an additional hub to this one. And then we'll have to realign all this stuff. But we're not going to do that this episode. What we're going to focus on is 3 things as far as this upgrade goes. We've currently on the schedule. Well, let me get rid of this build menu. Currently on the schedule, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's at 8 p.m. 10 flights. All right. If we want to add more flights, we have to add an air traffic control tower. That would be this thing right here. Ta-da! All right. It takes up 7 tiles by 7 tiles. And look, I made a little planning area of magenta, 7 tiles by 7 tiles. Why'd you put it way up there, A-Train? Why not down here? Well, that's a good question you ask, viewer. Here is why. If you notice the magenta lines here, I've projected for further growth of the terminal up north to this wall. And that would allow the addition of 2 more ticketing desks here, 2 more ticketing desks here. Basically, it'd take us up to 8 ticketing desks and a whole lot of security. That would add these 2. Let's just see here. That would add, there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would add 7 more security lines into the facility, which that's a lot. That would accommodate a lot of growth. But that's part of the idea of what I'm trying to parlay here is plan for growth of your terminal. Okay, it's just like when we started this, well, after the first few episodes, we went back and launched the small career terminal on the extra large map. Why? Because it gives us all this room for future growth to the south and to the east that's not there on the medium map. Furthermore, we can buy land once we research it to the north and to the east. So that gives us a lot of room for flexibility and future growth. We don't need it right now, but if you don't plan for the future, then what are you going to do when the future comes along? Okay? So, what we've done here with all these changes here and here, ticketing, security, relocating the restrooms, making a better PAX throughput both into the terminal and out of the terminal, is to open up space in front of gate 1 so that we can have more comfortable seating and everything available for our PAX, and plan for adding a second gate without actually having to add any terminal space. Okay? So this is a good thing. We can get away with just adding the gate. All right? So we're going to build an air traffic control tower. We're going to build a second gate, and we're going to schedule flights for it. And we don't have to do this right now, but I'm going to do it just to demonstrate how to think ahead in this situation. And that's going to be to expand the baggage system with the hubs. Okay, you'll see currently this is how we're set up. We have this one quad or double 4 hub up here that's handling 2 ticket desks, inputs, then output to the baggage depot, then back in from the baggage depot, which I understand I really don't even have to have that. I guess, I don't know. I've heard conflicting things. That hub to hub, the conveyors run both directions. But to an object, as in a ticket desk, a baggage depot, or a baggage carousel, they only run one way. So this only runs one way. Everything basically off this hub is one way. Now, to add this second carousel, we're going to need to add a hub down here. And with keeping expansion in mind, what I've done is this. I goofed around for a bit and thought this through. So when noodling this over, I came to the conclusion we can get away with this 4-port hub by dropping it in this location here. You can see I've got some yellow planning there, and then magenta represents the pink, and then cyan represents the blue. Yellow is the actual hub itself. The idea will be to cut this connection here, okay, to allow this to be dropped in here, okay? And then we're going to route a hub to a hub. Now these big hubs are 10 grand. These small hubs, wow. Oh, I already bought 2 of them. They're 2,500. So you can get 4 of these for the price of 1 of these, and you get double the capacity, and you get some flexibility. So if we place this here, here's what's going to happen. All right, the conveyor's already aligned with it. This is good. What I'm doing is trying to minimize additional construction during the overnight hours, because if you have to wait for parts or anything like that, and people start arriving and planes start coming in, it can goof everything up, and you don't want that. So if we can fit it within what we've already got, that's to our advantage. So if we drop this at this location, here's what it does for us. It brings pink to pink from the other hub, right? So that connects that up. Now we have a blue and a pink on the right side of this hub that we can allocate across the tarmac to the right to hook up another baggage depot. Aha! So if we expand, and we've got the ability to do it up here at the top too. We've got the pink connections that could run to another hub that could run to a baggage depot. So in theory, see those 2 R's, the pink's coming off there? If we wanted another baggage depot, say over here, we could turn this direction and just connect one of those pinks to one pink on this little hub, which would probably be the bottom one. All right, so let's project and say we were going to connect the second one, which is this one here, to this one over here, okay? We connect pink to pink, and then we can use the top pink and the top blue on this little hub to connect to a baggage depot. All right, so you've got one connection from the big hub at the left to the small hub at the right. That runs both directions. All right, it's a bi-directional conveyor. All right, and then you connect the baggage depot off of a pink and a blue output here. Now, in theory, you could then continue off of the additional blue on this little hub and connect to another mini hub, which would allow you to hook up another baggage depot. And that's how you can daisy chain these together. Okay, whatever. All right, so let's look back at our plan. We're going to focus on this right now. So we're going to drop this in here, and then we're going to drop a second one in here, because then we've got to split it up to get to these two baggage carousels. So we're going to put this one right here. And what that's going to give us is, you can kind of see with the alignment, it's going to line up to shoot into bag claim 1, and then the lower one's going to cut across to bag claim 2, and we're going to use the, in putting this like this here, we're going to use the left blue connection on the little hub to connect to the second hub. All right, is that clear as mud? So we'll connect blue to blue, and that will create a connection into this hub and then on to the baggage carousels. Now, that leaves us one additional blue connection on this hub. Look here, we've got planning here. And you can see I've actually even drawn in the cyan line connecting these two hubs together, because you got to connect pink to pink for the baggage carousels. So this will allow us, in purchasing one additional $2,500 4-port hub, to connect 2 more baggage carousels in the future. Obviously, we'd have to expand down here. We'd have to add foundation, cut back the fence, move storage, blah, blah, blah. But that's future planning, okay? Oh, that's one other thing. We're sitting here looking right at it. I moved the executive offices down here. We researched the COO, the Chief Operations Officer, and got him in office. And then we have researched standby gates, because that's something I want to show you once we get this new gate built. All right, so that's the changes that have taken place. I guess if there's one other thing I was going to do, it would be to dismantle this small hangar and change it to a medium hangar, so that we have 2 additional baggage carts to serve the additional gates, which should speed up that process. We'll look at that. That'll be the last step in the process as we move along here. So, all right, I've already pre-purchased the gate and the ATC tower. So those objects should already have what they need sitting in storage on the neat little storage shelves I bought. I also bought some storage shelves, and I bought some garbage bins. Okay, so we're putting this way up here because it allows plenty of room for future expansion, and it's not in the flight path of the end of the runway. See, if I put it over here, it should tell me you can't build it there because it's in the flight path. Oh, blocked by runway. Well, whatever. Okay, it doesn't. Anyway, it's stupid. You don't want to put a tall object in front of your airplanes. Duh. All right, let's drop that there. Oh, great. It's saying that was 10,000, so it's charging me for it anyway. Janky. All right. And aircraft gate 12,000, which is janky because I've already bought the damn stuff. Okay? That's stupid. All right, we'll move on. All right, so now we'll fast forward. Sorry if it looks a little laggy or a little buggy. We've been making some pretty good money here, and let's see. Yeah, I think yesterday I made 42,000 of the 59,000, so that's pretty good. All right, so now they're bringing up stuff, and hopefully going to finish this. All right, we just made a nice chunk of change on this ERJ. All right, ATC tower is built. Pause. This is good. And the gate is 84% complete. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Neither one of these are going to interfere with flight operations. Okay? So, don't wait until midnight to try to build them, because you're going to lose a whole day's flights in waiting for them. Okay, does that make sense? You've got to schedule before midnight. Notice it's going to be like 10:30 p.m. and this thing's going to be done. So let's go ahead and just get it finished up here, because all the workers are going down there, and boom, confetti. We got a new gate. Beautiful. All right, so now we can finish up the detail stuff on this in just a minute, okay? Because we got to put a door on, and I'm going to show you how to plan that. So let's clear the planning for the tower over here, and we can clear the planning underneath here, although it's not showing up. All right, now, what we're going to do is, where do we need to put the door here? We have a couple of options. Notice over here at A1, I've got the large sliding door, which takes up 4 tiles. Okay, but you don't need that for these gates. You can get away with just the sliding door, which takes up 2 tiles. Now, if you're pre-planning this stuff, you could use taxiway, drop 1 here, drop 1 here. Then you know how much terminal you need to get past the end of that. But where does the door go? That's a good question, viewer. So, here's the end of the gate. We're on the first tile. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where the large sliding door would go. All right. If you just want to use the sliding door, you take off the outer 2. So in that case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. That's how you know where the door goes for the large gate. For the extra large gate, I think it's 8 or 9 tiles over from the edge. All right. You'll just have to look at it. I mean, just map it out. Okay. And you'll figure it out. It's not rocket science, even though I am a rocket scientist. Okay, so what we're going to have to do here is throw a door in place, a sliding door. There's the large sliding door. Here's the sliding door. We're going to put that in place here, and then we're going to put 2 gate agent desks in place because we got to have those. Put 1 there, put 1 there. We're going to go ahead and throw queue lines in here. 4. And we're going to put this one here. Whoops, goof that up. Expand queue. Okay, cool. That should take care of that. Now, hopefully they'll get the parts in and build that lickety split. We'll go ahead and fast forward and let's see how quick the delivery truck comes along. But we're going to make sure we pause before midnight. Okay. Because we got to. Here comes the delivery truck, and he's going to have the door hardware. Come on, we're going to be okay. And then he's going to have the 2 ticket or gate agent desks. So here they come. All right, we're watching the clock because we got to pause before midnight. Everything is built. Okay, very good. Pause. Now, what do we got to do? We've got to assign the gate agent desk. We're going to zoom in a little bit. Assign to gate A2. And we're going to assign it to this queue line with any passengers. We're not getting specific with our passengers because of the way they're fast loading through these connections right at the corner where the computer monitor is. See that? So we went all the way up to that corner, and that's where they go through really quick. All right, gate A2 assign any packs. Okay? So now those are taken care of. This gate will be operational. We have a couple of options now. It's not terribly critical at this point, but it's good to know. All right, so let me show you this. We have researched operations, which gave us a chief operations officer. We hired one, we built an office, and we hired one. Okay, there he is, there she is, there they are, whatever. Okay, so they have a functional office, and now we researched standby gates, which cost like 20,000 or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't a whole lot, but it's not. I mean, it wasn't as much as land expansion, that's for sure. Though that's a good thing to have it really next if you're going to research stuff. I would probably light rail transit maybe next. All right. So standby gate. Let's run through this real quick. All right, so we pull up our master flight schedule. Now we've got a couple of new things going on here. See this new flights? That's a new thing. So when you add new flights, and we're going to see this together because I actually haven't seen this yet personally. When you add new flights, they're going to drop into a queue apparently right up here for you then to drop into the schedule. And then instead of them appearing somewhere up here where you can't figure out where they are, they're going to drop into a queue and then you drag them into the schedule. All right, now we have a very tight schedule on the airport here. Every plane is a 737 or an Embraer 195, which those are easy to load. But 737s, we can kind of tight on time. We've got them all set for 90 minutes. Remember, the default time that a flight drops in is 2 hours on the gate. Okay? And you move it around, and then you change that by, you move the flight by, left clicking the mouse on it and moving it up and down and across. And then if you look here in the help, it says terminate via right click. Extend boarding time, hover the right edge and resize. Okay, so this is the right edge. We're going to left click and drag. See how we're able to resize the flight? Okay, it starts at 2 hours. I've dropped them all down to 90 minutes. Okay, and then that leaves us 30 minutes between flights, which is critical. It's really tight. All right, why is it tight, you ask? That's a good question. Let's review that. In my analysis, okay, an incoming flight makes a go, no-go decision on whether its gate is available at 20 minutes prior. So this Atlantic International flight's due in at 6 o'clock. At 5:40, it's checking to see if this gate is free. If not, it's going to delay until this aircraft is off the gate. Okay? As long as this aircraft's off the gate, we're all good. It could be sitting at the end of the taxiway or the runway, but then the flight knows it can come in. All right? So that only gives us a 10-minute margin of error in loading the aircraft. If somebody gets on board and throws up, or maybe something breaks, whatever. It's not been a problem, A, because we haven't had full flights yet, and B, because it's 90 minutes, and a 737 you can load in 90 minutes with 2 gate agents. Point being, keep in mind you only have a 10-minute window here. Should this delay this one, what's it going to do? Well, it could get held up. If it gets held up long enough, it'll cancel. But hey, now we've got a second gate. So now we've researched standby gates. We can click on this and go to standby gates. Notice how everything just changed color to kind of a gray. We can't move it around, all right? Can't do anything, all right? But we can assign gate A2 to be our standby gate. And you do that by left clicking and dragging across the amount of time you want to assign it. It could be just in the morning. It could be all day. All right. I find on my airports, I like to have one gate available all day as a standby gate. Because really, at most airports, there's going to be a gate that's not being used. Right? And it's a lot easier to do that than it would be to say, okay, we're going to use this as standby here, and then we're going to use it again here, and then we're going to use it again here. Okay? That's kind of goofy, right? All right, now, so I just assigned those standby times. Watch here. I'm going to right click and clear the row. Boom. Done. Out of the way. All right? So we can make gate A2 our standby gate. That really wouldn't come into play until we get a third gate, though. I'm not terribly concerned about it. So what we're going to do is drop back to flights. Notice color change again. And we're going to go shopping for some new flights into the airport here real quick. All right. We're going to grab this and drag it over here. We just clicked on our airline interest, which is up to 74%. That's looking good. Aerotime currently has 3 flights. They're our #1 carrier right now. So we've still got 3 airlines we don't have any flights from because they require stuff that we don't have, like a large gate or ILS or PAPI or what have you, okay? I'm going to go to SparkJet because SparkJet's a good carrier. I like SparkJet. I want some of their flights in here. Let's see what they got going. They got some afternoon 737s. They've got, see, we can't take a 767 because we don't have a medium runway. We can't take a 707 because we don't have a medium runway. We can't take a 767 because we don't have a medium runway or an extra large gate. Okay? So, afternoon 737, we'll take that. Now, all right, let's see what just happened. SparkJet 799. Wow. That takes up all this space up here. Okay, we're going to do something. We see this here. Actually, I'm going to be adding more. So let's, okay, now, I grabbed it, brought it down. Here we go. All right, I like the looks of this. Okay, let's do this. Let's drop it at a, whoops, no. Here's what I want to take into account. I want to kind of split the time. Why? because then I don't have all of these packs arriving at security and ticketing at one time. There's about an hour delay before this group comes in. Okay, so we could, you know what? Let's just say it here. But here's what we're going to do, and this is where this could get a little wonky on us. So we're going to shorten this up. All right. So now the next flight's going to, in effect, take off. See, get here at 2 o'clock. I could pull this back one way or the other. I don't think I'm going to. I think we're going to leave that here for now. I want to see this other feature. Let's look at WestJet. WestJet has morning 7:37. That's good. That's what we want to see. Click, boom, it appeared here. No question. That's where the new flight is. All right, swell. But we're going to take an afternoon flight from WestJet too. So what happens if we click this again? Wow, look at that. Now we got 2 flights sitting up there in the master flight schedule in the pending. All right, that's kind of cool. All right, let's look at Pacific Airlines, see if they have an A320. No, you suck. Wah, 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 wah. All right, Pacific, you get nothing. Union Air might have an Airbus. They might not. You suck. Go away. Aerostar, let's see what you got for me. You got a morning 737. You got you got an afternoon. Got a morning 777. Yeah, that won't fly, so to speak. They have a morning E195 afternoon. I've already got like 2 afternoon flights. I'm looking for another morning. Oh, Atlantic International. I like these guys too. Here we go. Morning. Click. Okay, I accepted them. See, so it's showing 3 flights, new 3 flights, and all 3 of them are sitting across here. And then there's a night 737 for them. Let's take that too. All right, so now we're showing 4. All right, so now you see how this new system works in the master flight schedule. There's 4 new flights. They're sitting right here. All right, you mouse over them. It says afternoon, morning, morning. All right, very good. So we're going to take this and notice it immediately drops down to being 2 hours. We're going to drop it in right here. We're going to back this off. Actually, we're going to move it back. We'll have gate 2 come in on the odd hours. Gate A1 is going to come in on the even hours. Gate A2 on the odd hours. Okay, this is a morning flight. Click, drag, 7 a.m. Boom. Shorten it up. Beauty. Okay, we can take another morning flight. So, let's see here. Aero time, what do you have? CRJ, ERJ. I really don't want an ERJ. Again, I really don't want to take flights that I'm going to have to cancel later for a bigger one. I like 737s and A320s. Those are good. It makes you kind of like a little hub. But I don't care so much for the ERJs. They're okay. Did I check? Pacific, yeah, they suck. WestJet, SparkJet. All right, Galactic Point is big plane, so is Rexicana. Rexicana usually the smallest plane is a 707. Yeah, see, so we're not flying 707s. Okay, let's go to Aerotime and see if they have a morning. They have a morning ERJ, so we'll take that flight. All right, so let's get these booked in here. Aerotime, morning, very good. We're gonna put them right there at 9 o'clock. Shorten it to an hour and a half. SparkJet, we're going to leave there. That's a night arrival. Here's an afternoon. We're going to drop this in at 3 o'clock. Shorten it. And then the night arrival means this will come in at 7 p.m. And then we'll have room for a 9 p.m. Whoa, that's kind of wonky. Huh. Okay. All right. So now we've accepted 6 new flights. And you know what? I'm happy with that for now. So we can get that booked for the next day. Oh, let's go ahead. Is there anything we've got to? Oh, yes, there is one thing we want to do here. We're going to go to assign vehicles on this small hangar, sell this baggage car. We're going to dismantle that, and then we're going to purchase a medium hangar. First, we're going to click on this and let that go warp speed and let them tear that down. Okay, very good. Now let's pause it and let's rotate this and drop it right there. and punch it. So that should come in, and we're going to roll with it here. Roll with the tide. Oh, we didn't do our little baggage willy foo-foo crap, did we? Well, all right, let's see. Maybe we can get this done real quick. In fact, I think we can. All right, so let's see. All we're going to need to do is dismantle from here up to here, I think. And then we're gonna drop in these two hubs and connect them. All right, so we got that. Let's go back and keep an eye on this, and then go. All right, come on, folks, dismantle quickly, quickly, quickly. We got like 4 hours before the first flight comes in. Okay, all the dismantling's done. So now we pause again. We've got 2 baggage hubs in stock. We're gonna drop this one right here. See where the planning is? I'm right on the planning spot. We're gonna drop this one here. We're going to take the second one and we're going to rotate it this way and drop it right here. Then we're going to take conveyor, connect this here, and this here to here. And see the arrows turn green, so that means it's good connection between the hubs. We're going to go back into so we can see it. And let them build. Okay, so now the hubs are in place. Now we're just waiting on conveyor line to come in. Where the hell did you guys go? Oh, they're building a new hangar. Okay, it's going to be done here in just a minute. So that way the parts will be here. Boom. Hangar's in place. All right. Now, one thing we can't forget. Let's just watch this get done. Hubs connected there. Baggage is connected there. Oh, yeah. See, now this is the way you want to plan this and execute during the quiet hours overnight. Okay, we're all hooked up. We're going to pause one more time. The new baggage system is in place. This guy's got a master idiot alert, requires a baggage car. We're going to assign vehicles. We're going to add a baggage car and add a baggage car. So now we have 2 baggage cars, 2 gates, no waiting. Okay? And that should take care of that. So now we're up to 15 flights. All right? We've got future expansion planned here for security. We've got future expansion planned down here for baggage claim and the expansion of the baggage system. We've got ticketing planned. Oh, so what happens when we add more ticketing? We're going to take another one of these large hubs. Maybe. No, you know what? Actually, at this... nuts. That blows that idea up. That kind of sucks. I guess we can drop one of these in here. Okay, and then just connect the individual desks to them, and that would actually give us the total ability to hook up like what 7 desks. And if we just ran one, yeah, we'd have to run reversing hubs, which gets complicated, but that's kind of what we did here. All right, where we flipped colors. We flipped one color to get to another color to get to another color, right? We came in on pink and switch to blue to get to another hub to get back to pink, right? We could have done that here, I guess, because with these 2 ticketing desks together, we could have used a baggage hub, hub, and we could have done this number, right? And then we could have hooked this guy. We could hook several of these together. Actually, I guess we could do that anyway. Is just hook several of these together. This next one would go here. And then the next one would go up here. And then all you have to do is reverse the color around so you're running pink to pink to get to the other big hub, right? Clear as mud. Okay, exciting stuff. We have 2 airplanes on the gate. This is cool. This guy's getting loaded up. 103 packs coming on. This one's 102 packs. Oh man, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put in more benches for the bitches. Bitches? All right, let's put that there. Let's go over 3. Let's go over 3. Here. Here. And... ruh-roh. Oh, I see a problem. There's baggage carts running around. This is not cool. All right, what happened? What's going on here? Why are there golf carts running around? All right, they're waiting on loading. There's a golf cart running around right there, okay? What's the problem? I didn't assign the baggage depot to this gate. Now it's assigned. I forgot about that. That's technicality with the new system. All right. So they're going to get loaded up here, and hopefully we're going to get baggage loaded. Up, baggage. Yes, baggage is loaded, so it's good to go. All right, so fortunately we caught that fairly quick. And they're going to depart on time. And there's another baggage dude. There we go. All right, they're off the gate on time. Beauty. And now we've got the 2 carts going here. This is the thing. I'm going to go ahead and hire, assign a vehicle. Go ahead and add. If you have an extra baggage car like that, one will unload and another will go load. So it kind of speeds things up. So that's a good idea. Oh, you know what? We got one other problem down here. This guy's hooked up, but he's not zoned. So you know what? We're going to come down here and we're going to expand baggage claim. Boom. That should fix that problem. I think he's already hooked up. Yep, there we go. So now both baggage claims will be used. We're going to clear out the planning so we can see what we're doing here. All right, that looks good. And I mean, really, you probably only need, again, if you stagger the flights like we did, you only need 1 baggage carousel for 2 and maybe even 3 gates. Okay, you may not even need a second one. But I wanted to go through the process of hooking up this additional baggage hub and how we set it up to make this happen. Now remember, the way this is set up here is we could hook one side of this could run over here to another hub. Actually, both these could run to a baggage depot, or one of these could run over to another mini hub and then connect up to a baggage depot. So yeah, that's a little extra stuff, but I don't know, it may shorten up the amount of conveyor you have to run. In theory, you could run an additional baggage hub out here, maybe to serve on this side, and then if you added gates down here, you could come off of this one and go out here and tie into that one. So you could tie in, and that would be through these. All right, so you'd put one of these up here to tie into, and then you would tie in off of this to the baggage depot. And the same thing down here. You'd use the blue to blue connection, and then you would tie in 1 blue and 1 pink to the baggage depot, and then you'd have an extra pink to run off somewhere else. Okay? In theory, you could have it here, make the 1 connection from that hub over here to here, and then you could tie from this hub. Oh hell, I just accidentally clicked on it. You could tie into another mini hub and just go on from there. Okay, lots of cool stuff, guys. It's SimAirport. It's early access. There's things going on. There's new developments every day. Check out the experimental server. You'll see the new stuff before other people do. We've got some new reports, staff info. You get to see your staff overview, and you can fire your individual workers this way. Hire and fire. Well, not hire, but you'll see them. There's other reports. Daily cash flow is pretty cool. So you can see we spent a bunch of money, and then it fell back off. All right. And it's telling you exactly how much it is. Income and expenses. Right? Cool stuff. We should be making about $106,000 if everything is full. In reality, what are we going to make? I'm not sure. We can take a look at reports, though, and profit and loss, and look at yesterday. Let's see what yesterday. And we got to take into account some purchases here. Let's see. They'll probably be down here. Yeah, see, we bought an aircraft gate. It was $28,000. It shouldn't have charged us $4,000. All right, we still made $72,000, even though we bought a hangar. We made a bunch of money yesterday. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Okay, so that's how that works. We can look at today. Let's see where we are today. We've made $33,000, and it's 1 p.m., so we're on track to make almost $70,000 today. So we're making about 70%, and that's good of that amount right there. All right, So this is going to wrap up the tutorial series for now. And I say for now because there's new stuff coming. I'm going to jump back on the Edge server. See there's some new stuff that's happening there. We'll test that. That'll drop to experimental. And then I think they're going to take the experimental build and dump it to the general servers pretty soon, I think. But I think they're still looking to hash out some stuff in the baggage hub scenario deal. Because that I don't think is quite finalized yet. And that's already part of the experimental build. So I don't think they want to dump the experimental build to the general servers until they've got that really run through the wash a little bit more. Okay? All right, folks. I'm A-Train. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial series here on SimAirport. If you have any questions, let me know. We will see you soon with a Let's Play series. And so check out SimAirport in early access on Steam. It was on sale over the weekend. I don't know if it still is, but it was 20% off or something like that. So it was a little cheaper than normal. Still not an expensive game. It's $20 US. It's a good game. I like it. Good interaction with the developers. You get to have some say in where the game's going and how things are going to happen. And so I hope you've enjoyed this series and learned some things. If you have any questions or comments, constructive criticism is welcome. Please put that in the comments below. You can also find me on Steam as A-Train. You're welcome to hit me up on the with a friend request or something like that, or questions on the discussion forums. You'll see me posting throughout there. And if you would, please give us a like if you like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. We've got more great content coming soon. This is A-Train. I'm going to be checking out. I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks for coming by, and have a good day.